Hi guys, welcome back to the shop. Um, it's the weekend. It's Saturday. That thing's been sitting here long enough. I've got the extension cord ran out there with the battery charger. That thing's such a mess. And I didn't touch it last weekend, so I'm gonna try and get that thing to run. I'm not gonna fix it. I'm just going to get her running so he can have his boat back. Because that would take major work to make everything the right way. So I'll run through it and just get her going. That way he can get that out of my yard. Last night I got that inner wheel cleaned up and painted. It is not done, but like I said, it was all the big gaps are gone. All I gotta do is run some final spots in the little holes. So I think what I'm gonna do is, can't even see it from this side. I think what I'm gonna do is crawl inside, go in there, clean that shelf up, and I think I'm gonna freaking attempt to finish it up from this side, which means I have to get all that paint stripped down, and I don't know if there's any freaking seam sealer left over there, but try and finish it up from this side, and then start working on that quarter going down it, which means I need my air compressor going and try and keep that cool, so that panel as cool as possible. So I don't know. We'll see what I get done today. Alrighty guys, I got it cleaned up. And it's nowhere close to being finished. I thought I was closer than that last night. I'm going to work on top side down. And here comes the rain again. Yep. I'm working on it. Well, I got that down to there. There's no holes up in there. And the underside is going to look good because it's all welded on top. But I still got to go down to there. This here is part of this package tray, and I got to fix that later on. I got to figure out how this package tray is supposed to lay across all this, because it's gone from here. So this package tray is going to have to come across. I also have to build the 90 that goes right along this rail to keep this in place. But that's in the future. So yeah, I'm working on her. Man, you weld and then you blow a hole and then you put a coat hanger in there and you weld it up and just keep welding and grinding. It's getting there though. Then I'll start working down the side. At least I don't have to worry about warping that up. So, let me keep working. Alright, wheel wells welded up good enough for now. There's no holes through it. It ain't pretty, but it's welded. And that took me way longer than I'd ever want to admit to. So, alright. Onto the side of the car. Which means I gotta get the air compressor going. And I gotta take my time going down it. And she's raining. Starting to come in the middle of the car, so I shut the sunroof. So yeah. I gotta fix the top on this tent. Not gonna be today though. So, let me see what else I can get done. Well, the rain is kind of putting a damper on my party. So I don't know. I might bet. I might make. Whoop. Yeah, it's ugly. But I might make the 45 run down this. At least that all gets covered up. But I gotta run a 45 down this so this gets supported. Because that's the seatbelt bracket. Holds. So. And that'll be cleaned up even better. The package tray comes across here, down into here. I gotta figure out how that all goes. So, it's a work in progress. It ain't pretty, but yeah, the rain just won't let up, and now it's really raining. On a side note, I don't know if I can get out here with it, getting my phone soaking wet or not. That's what I need. I need to fucking build is that frickin' little rock wash. Water's coming down and it flows right through there. So yeah, I'm all soaking wet now. Okay, chop the chunk out. Try and make that lip. Everything else is soaking wet, so might as well do this. I'm gonna put in the brake and bend her up. At least it's something. This thing's so awesome. I don't have to sit there and beat on a vise to make 45. Oh. That's close. I guess I can use a handle. And voila! Fucking 45. Sorry. man, that's so much easier than sitting there beating it over. I love this thing. Alrighty. Oh, and this thing is freaking awesome too. I don't have to sit here and beat on it. I just run it through. That's the stretcher. The shrinker jaws are right there. I just did a little stretch on it. Got her curved. Starting to curve. So I'll put down that fender, inner fender, and see what I need to do. It just freaking twisted that thing, no problem. That's cool. I wasn't even trying to do it in first try, but that's pretty freaking close. It's got to get shortened up a little bit and tweaked around a little bit, but there it is. Lip running down, locks that freaking panel in. So yeah, first try. That doesn't happen very often. Alrighty. I think I'm going to run the compressor and I'm going to punch a bunch of spot hole welds in that. I think I'm just going to spot weld it back in there. You are never going to see that when it's done. I just needed to support that. Get rid of the rust. So, yeah. I'm going to just spot weld that in. That way I'm not sitting here welding and grinding and welding and grinding. It doesn't have to be perfect. That's going to be hidden. So I'm going to spot weld it in. Alright. Do a little hammer dolly action on the bottom. Yeah, it looks like shit. But once it's all patched together, I can grind it up decent. I'm going to put spot holes in the piece and see what I got. I like tools. Makes life easier. So yeah, I think that's what I'm putting in the car. So give me a second. Let's see what it looks like. Well, I'm gonna fill that in. Kind of lost track of what I was doing, because I was hungry and Lisa wanted Jimmy John's, so we got Jimmy John's tonight. But anyways, I made this. So yeah, I'll spot weld that all in and see where I'm at. Alright. It's not ground or anything. I don't know if I can get close. It needs to be ground up. That just locked that whole post into the wheel well, so I still gotta make the package tray. It has to come across and fill in that corner there yet. I can make the rest of it look pretty once I get all that welded in. Get that corner ground up. Yeah. So, hey, I didn't get the quarter panel welded on, but I got something done. So, I guess I'll talk to you guys tomorrow. They're talking no rain for a week. We'll see. I'll talk to you guys tomorrow.